Let me make something very clear. You are not your emotions. You are not your anger, your sadness, your fear, your anxiety. Those are experiences, but they are not your identity. Most people let their emotions run their life and then wonder why they feel lost, stuck, powerless. It's because they never learned this truth. Your emotions are messengers, but you are the master. You were born with the power to observe what you feel without becoming what you feel. That is real strength. That's awareness. That's control. So the next time a wave of anger hits you, don't drown in it. The next time sadness creeps in, don't build a home inside it. The next time fear whispers lies, don't invite it to stay. Step back, witness it, breathe, watch it come, and watch it go. Because here's the truth. You are the thinker of the thought. You are the feeler of the emotion, but you are neither. When you begin to detach from your emotional reactions, your power returns. You stop reacting to life and start responding to it. This is how you build emotional mastery. This is how you take control back. This is how you reprogram your mind from the inside out. Most people are addicted to their emotions, and they don't even know it. They say they want peace, but they keep feeding chaos. They say they want clarity, but they keep repeating confusion. They say they want change, but they keep choosing the same reactions. Why? Because it's familiar, because it's automatic, because their mind has made emotional chaos a habit. But here's the truth. You don't break an emotional pattern with willpower. You break it with awareness. You must begin to catch yourself in the loop, the trigger, the reaction, the story, the spiral. Stop it in its tracks. Pause before the pattern plays out and ask yourself, is this emotion leading me forward and or pulling me down? That one moment of awareness, that split-second pause, is your power returning. Because once you can see it, you no longer have to be it. So here's how to break it. Step 1. Journal your emotional triggers. What gets you reactive? Who pushes your buttons? Write it down. Awareness breaks autopilot. Step 2. Choose a new response. Don't just suppress, replace. Design how the calm, powerful version of you would respond and practice it until it becomes natural. Step 3. Celebrate the shift. Every time you detach, even for 10 seconds, that is growth. That is reprogramming in action. That is a win. And remember this, you don't need to suppress your feelings. You just need to stop living as them. You are the observer. You are the creator. You are the one in control now. You'll never master your emotions until you upgrade the image you hold of yourself. If you still see yourself as reactive, as emotional, as someone who just can't help it, then guess what? Your mind will protect that identity, even if it's destroying you, because your subconscious is loyal to the image you've accepted, not the one you desire. So let me ask you, who do you believe you are when no one's watching? Do you see yourself as strong, grounded, unshakable, or do you still secretly identify as someone who's fragile, inconsistent, broken? Here's the truth. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. So if you want to detach from emotion, if you want to live from clarity instead of chaos, then you must begin to build the self-image of someone who already lives that way. How? You program it daily. Speak it out loud. I am calm under pressure. Visualize it. See yourself responding with clarity, strength, presence. Write it daily. I am the master of my mind. I am not a prisoner of emotion. And most importantly, live in alignment with it. Act from it. Move like it. Even when it feels unfamiliar, especially when it feels unfamiliar, because repetition creates belief, and belief becomes identity, and identity creates your life. The more you install this new self-image, the faster your emotions will lose their grip on you. It's easy to feel peaceful when life is calm, but what about when it isn't? When the bill shows up unexpectedly, when your plans fall apart, when someone you love says something that cuts deep, can you still stay centered? Can you stay in control? Or do you snap? This is where the real power begins. Anyone can meditate when it's quiet, but your growth is measured in the middle of the storm. So how do you stay emotionally detached when chaos hits? Step 1. Pause before reaction. The moment the trigger appears, stop. Don't speak. Don't spiral. Don't let your nervous system take over. Just breathe. Inhale deep. Exhale slow. That breath, it gives your higher mind a chance to respond instead of react. Step 2, remind yourself of who you are. Say it. I am not this moment. I am not this chaos. I am calm. I am in control. Your words carry vibration, and vibration shapes how you move through intensity. Step 3, zoom out. This moment is not your entire life. It's a page, not the book. Ask, what does the highest version of me do right now? That's your compass. Step 4, respond with intention. From that space of awareness, now you choose. You choose the words, the tone, the energy. You're not reacting from fear. You're moving from power. And if you slip, good. That's feedback. That's data. Every slip is a signal of what still needs to be trained. So don't beat yourself up. Learn, adjust, continue. You see, life will always bring pressure, but you decide whether that pressure becomes panic or power. You've done the work. You've interrupted the old patterns. You've created space between stimulus and response. Now it's time to make this your new normal. Because this isn't about mastering emotions for a day or a week. This is about building an identity that operates from clarity and power for life. And here's the truth, your results will never exceed the level of identity you live from daily. So we make this permanent by locking it into your nervous system through ritual, repetition, and reflection. Step 1, morning imprinting. Before the world gets your attention, you remind your mind who you are. Repeat it every morning. I am in control of my emotions. I am calm, focused, and powerful. Say it out loud. Say it with intensity. Let your subconscious believe it. Step 2, embody it in your choices. This isn't theory. This is action. When life tests you, act like the version of you who's already mastered this. That's how the identity sticks. Step 3, reflect and reward. At the end of each day, write down where you stayed calm, write where you grew. Celebrate it because success is built on stacking wins, even the invisible ones. Step 4, keep the vision alive. Keep seeing the version of you who's grounded, who's clear, who's unshakable, because the mind needs direction, and you are the one steering it now. And here's what happens next. The chaos around you won't stop, but your inner world, it won't flinch. You'll walk into storms with peace. You'll move through problems with clarity. You'll lead with energy the world can feel. And that's when you know it's not something you're trying anymore. It's who you are. Now that you understand how to detach from emotion, let's take it deeper. Let's talk about thought and vibration. Every thought you think carries a frequency. Every frequency you hold attracts a matching result. So when you're emotionally reactive, you're vibrating low, you're sending out fear, doubt, frustration, and getting more of it. But when you're detached, calm, intentional, you rise into the frequency of clarity, of abundance, of control. So here's your new command. Guard your thoughts like your life depends on it, because it does. Stop letting your emotions dictate your vibration. Let your vision do it. Think deliberately. Speak with power. Move with alignment. And know that every single time you do, you raise your energy. You raise your standard. You attract better. Because this isn't just mental training. This is vibrational mastery. And in the next part, we'll go even further into how your emotional discipline affects the people and opportunities you attract. You ever walk into a room and feel someone's energy before they even speak? That is the power of vibration. When you master your emotional state, you don't just change your life, you influence everyone around you. Your calm becomes contagious, your clarity becomes magnetic, your certainty becomes leadership. That's why emotional detachment isn't selfish, it's service. Because when you rise, you give others permission to do the same. So lead with your vibration, not your words, not your resume, not your title. Lead with who you are. Be the one who doesn't fold. Be the one who doesn't react. Be the one who stands in storms and smiles. In the final part, I'll help you seal this entire transformation into one unshakable belief, one that will carry you through any storm. You want the truth? Here it is. I am bigger than what I feel. I am bigger than what I fear. I am bigger than any moment because I am the one who sees it all. That one belief will save you, guide you, and elevate you for life. Because when you realize you're not your fear, not your anger, not your sadness, you reclaim the wheel. So repeat this. I lead. I don't react. Say it until your nervous system believes it. Say it until your emotions fall in line with it. Say it until the world begins to reflect it. Because from this moment forward, you are no longer run by emotion. You are driven by purpose, and nothing, no one can take that from you. This is your power now, and it's permanent. Mastery isn't something you achieve once and keep forever. It's a practice, a choice, a rhythm you return to every single day. So if you want emotional mastery to last, it has to be woven into the fabric of your daily life, not when it's convenient, but especially when it's not. Start your day by commanding your state. Today, I lead my energy. I choose how I feel. I control my response. Build checkpoints into your routine, moments where you stop, breathe, and ask, am I in alignment with the calm, clear version of me? You can do this at red lights, during breaks, while waiting in line. These little resets train your nervous system to default to strength and not stress. You're rewiring your baseline. You're retraining your emotional blueprint, and you're doing it one decision at a time. When you detach from emotional chaos, you don't just feel better, you begin to make new decisions. And those decisions create a new life. Think about it. How many times did a fear-based emotion stop you from taking action? How many times did anger ruin a conversation? How many times did guilt or shame keep you small? Now imagine your life where those emotions no longer hold you, where your actions come from power, not panic. That's not just a better mood, that's a whole new future. Because emotional mastery opens doors, it restores relationships, it attracts new opportunities, it lets the real you lead the way. So from this point forward, let your emotional discipline become the vehicle that takes you where you truly want to go. If you really want to lock in emotional mastery, teach it. Not just with your words, but with your example. Because what you live becomes a lesson for the people around you, your children, your siblings, your team, your community, and the best part, you don't need a classroom to teach emotional power. All you need is presence. When they see you pause before reacting, they learn. When they see you breathe instead of explode, they learn. When they hear you say, I'm choosing peace right now, they learn. You are not just breaking cycles, you are starting new ones, and those ripples will last longer than any speech you ever give. The final transformation of emotional detachment is this. You no longer need to control the outside world because your inner world is steady. You don't walk into rooms trying to prove something. You walk in fully present, fully still, fully you. And that presence, it changes people. It calms noise. It inspires order. It draws respect. Because people feel when someone has mastered themselves. It's not loud. It's not forceful. It's not attention-seeking. It's quiet confidence. It's inner alignment. It's real power. So remember this. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your identity. And now, your identity is peace. You lead with energy. You command with calm. And the world moves because you no longer flinch. This is how legacies are built. This is how great leaders walk. And this is how you move from now on.